Welcome back, or welcome to my channel. It's Aramide here, and I usually just make videos of whatever I'm doing, no matter how basic it is, I guess. So in this video, I went to London to meet my sisters for 3 days, and it was really nice trip because this was my first time landing at London Heathrow, and my sister landed like just a few minutes apart, but we landed at different terminals. And it's been a long time I had been in London prior to this. So when we were fasting, and the first thing we did was we went to get food when we landed because it was Ramadan. Like I said, we were fasting, and we didn't want to waste any day because we just had 3 days there. And so one thing that we tried to do as much as possible was try to eat, whatever we could eat. So for me, most times when I get to the UK, the first thing I usually do is usually to just get Greg's. I like steak bake, so I just usually do that. And here, we're supposed to mail something to someone. So this was my younger sister and I going to find a post office, and this road that we took was a very nice road. I don't know if you can see because I didn't make as many videos as possible because I was scared of bringing out my phone in London due to all the news about your phones being stolen. And this was the first time I'll do like tourist things in London. So we went to so my sisters had previously done this, but this was my first time being in London with them. So they took me to Hyde Park, and I'm a fan of parks. If you know me, you know that I love parks. I love open spaces. I love green. I love good air and stuff like that. So we had Hyde Park, and the sun was giving. And so we're so lucky because the 3 days we were in London, it didn't rain as much compared to previous days. Like just a few days before we came in. So the weather was so lovely, and you can see almost everyone was out to enjoy the beautiful weather in London. And then I saw that beautiful puddle. Is it puddle? I don't know. And then we went to Buckingham Palace because Buckingham Palace is just, would I say it's overlooking Hyde Park? It's just by Hyde Park, and so we went to Buckingham Palace as well. And I remember last time my sisters came here, they met one basketballer guy, and took pictures of him so they could send to me like, he's so tall. So yeah, we were at Buckingham Palace too. We took photos, and honestly, if you have people that can build your country like this, it should really look good for free. My bad. Anyway, you get what I'm trying to say, right? So from Buckingham Palace, then we went to, now I forgot. Yeah, we walked all the way to London Eye. Like, I like to walk a lot, so if I have an opportunity to walk somewhere, I'm just going to take it. So we saw the Big Ben as well. Or let me say, I saw the Big Ben as well because that was my first time seeing the Big Ben. And I had been to London previously when I was like a child, but my aunt was working and stuff like that, so we didn't do much touristy things. So it was really nice to be able to do that with my sisters. I took photos at the phone booth also, and I think that I like how they've been able to preserve a lot of their history, because I don't think these phones work, but the phone booths are still there. You can like a glimpse into the past from the future, kind of, compared to a lot of places where development, that's my older sister, where development kind of hides, like once they start developing a place, they start to remove a lot of the historical things. But I like that the UK has somehow found ways to preserve that and merge that. So those are my sisters. That's me, my older sister, and my younger sister. And then from there, we went to the London Eye. While we were at the London Eye, there was this man who was passing to interrupt my photos, and I was trying to ask him to please shift, but he thought we were saying he should take a photo of us, so he actually took photos of us, and it was nice. And here we came to visit someone, and this was the train station to her, like this was the last train stop to her house. And I like trains too, so why not? And yeah, like I mentioned earlier, a whole lot of my videos are just very small. I didn't really make videos. I wish I did more, but I think I'm okay with the fact that I didn't, compared to doing the videos and somebody snatches my phone, and then that would have been a whole thing. And yeah, so on this train when we're going back to London, there was a guy, and he was like, can you please wake me up when we get to London? I thought maybe, someone would come and clear out the train, but apparently not. And we woke him up, and he was happy we did when we got to London, because I think he was working multiple shifts or stuff like that. And this is the London tube. And even in this, they can steal your phones. They everywhere is just an opportunity to rob you. So this is the sahur spread at the Hilton we stayed, right? We didn't even know until the third day. Apparently my younger sister knew, but she thought we just didn't care, because we used to buy food and stuff to eat for sahur. But that was the first time we saw one. And then this is Terminal 3 at LHR when I was leaving. So my older sister flew through Gatwick, because her flight from LHR got cancelled. That was the day the electricity thing happened. So she had to fly out of Gatwick. And then I flew out of Heathrow the next day. So my older sister and I met in Dubai. So she went in before me, so she was there a day before. And the next day I went ahead to meet her in Dubai. And Dubai is one of my favorite cities. So when I was going, I went through Abu Dhabi, and I didn't go into Abu Dhabi, but I've been to Abu Dhabi before that. So I still want to go to Abu Dhabi. I feel like I want to really explore Abu Dhabi one of these days. But we ended up going through Dubai, that's via Emirates. And I like to play basketball anywhere I go, so didn't make any shots here. And then after he stopped making the videos, I made all my shots. I don't know why, but it was nice. And maybe it's his shoes, because my friend who we linked up with, he brought his shoes for me, so I used his shoes to play. And so maybe it's the shoes, but that's not an excuse. Anyway, I feel like I'm just rambling and I'm sounding very bored and stuff like that. But please bear with me. Anyway, like I said, Dubai is a very nice place, and because we've been to Dubai quite a number of times, together with my sisters, with one of my sisters, alone, there's really no need sometimes to do a lot of the touristy things, except something new opens up and then you want to check that out. But just being in Dubai, the air is nice to me, and it's a very clean place. So it's something I enjoy it's somewhere I enjoy being in. And I feel that if you're somewhere and you're able to have a little money, it makes a lot of things nice. And there's a new Chinatown section in Dubai Mall that opened up. So we went there, and that was where we had dinner. So we had hot pot, and it was really, really, really good. I think the last time I had hot pot was in Boston, I think. I'm not sure, but it's been a while I had hot pot prior to this. And then this was really good. You see the clear broth, no, not the clear one, the one that is white, the one on the right. It was so good. Oh my god, the one on the left here, the red one, was spicy, but the one on the right was nice. And they had this starter. It was tribes, and because where I am in India, I don't get tribes, so I was so hyped that I ate so much of those tribes, and I had fun with that. And then after that, we just walked. So here we're looking for a taxi, and police guys didn't want taxi stopping, so we had to move forward, I think, before we could get taxis and stuff. And now I've learned something. If I'm ever in Dubai again, I'm not going to take a taxi out of the airport. I'm just going to take the metro one stop away, then I'll take a taxi, so that way I don't have to pay airport charges. That's one thing I learned to do. And this was the spread at the hotel we stayed. So it was a Hyatt Regency. My sister and I had stayed here before in 2019, yes. And this was one of the reasons we went back there, because it had breakfast. And once you take out breakfast from your hotel, from your trip, I think it makes it kind of cheaper in a sense, because what we used to do there, so we're fasting here, right? But previously when we were not fasting, after having breakfast, we just take an apple and a banana or something, and then we eat that for lunch, and then the only thing we're paying for will be dinner. So we kind of saved a lot, and it was nice. But one other thing I like about this breakfast spread they have here is that if you're someone who likes eggs like me, you can ask for your eggs to be made a specific way. You can, omelets or scrambled eggs or sunny side up or something, and they'll make it exactly to to what you want. And there's like different types of bread and different types of drinks also, jams, like everything that almost everything you want was available, like freshly made croissants. And then they also had like some Indian dishes, but I didn't eat any of those because I was coming from India and I was going back to India. I didn't see the need to be eating biryani or pulao or something there, because right now, because I stay in India currently, every time I'm out of India I just try to avoid Indian food. I think I even look for Nigerian food sometimes because I hardly find them where I am, and even that just like one or two because I can make them, so I just try to eat a lot of the food, the local food wherever I am. So this was when my sister was returning to Nigeria. I saw her off to the airport, so I still had one more night after that. And then this was me when no, and yeah, so this was when I was leaving the airport, like after seeing her off. This is how I realized that you can just take a metro out of the airport instead of paying the whole airport taxi charges. And that's our hotel, I think. Yeah, that's the Grand Hyatt. Yes. So this masjid was close to our hotel. We used to pass by, but I didn't know how close it was. It was just a walking distance. And this time I was able to walk around the hotel properly. Like after my sister left, one of my very good friends came around, and so we just took walks. And I was like, wow, like there's so much food. And then I saw a spot for hot pot not too far, and it was like half the price we paid at the mall. So I was like, okay, next time if we do come here, we'll check out like the local restaurant, because it's a nice place to be in Jumeirah. It's a nice place. And the hotel this masjid kind of has projectors around it, so it projects different images on it and it changes colors. But on its own it's white, like during the day, but at night it has different things projected on it, and you see how gorgeous it looks. And one thing I'm actually impressed about is sometimes you can make something that is the most basic look way more than it actually is. And the next morning I had to go back, and that was me at the airport. And every time I have to go somewhere alone, I hardly sleep because I'm so scared of missing my flight, because I've missed a whole lot of flights, and I'm trying to be a better person now. And just look at the atmosphere getting back into Jaipur. It's a desert and stuff like that. I felt two ways. I felt sad to be leaving Dubai, and I felt somewhat happy, I guess. So if you've watched up to this point, please subscribe, like, comment, and share, and bear with me. I've been busy and stuff like that. That's why I haven't posted frequently, but I'm almost done with what I'm doing, and once I'm done with those, I'll try my best to be as consistent as possible. Thank you. Love you.